Mm. Nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning. Get your morning Joe. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning?
First, I'd like to apologize.
For yesterday, a little hot yesterday. A little, you only take but so much of the nonsense before you kind of, you got to unleash a little bit, let a little fire out. Had let a little fire out yesterday. Appreciate y'all having patience with me yesterday, letting me kirk out a little bit. I mean, nothing I said was untrue. It's just that, you know, and I don't know. I think things happen for a reason. And maybe you are supposed to get upset sometimes so people know really what they're dealing with. And a lot of people just have no idea what they're dealing with. And you are dealing with fire. Expect to get burned. When you're dealing with fire, expect to get burned. Just spraying kerosene all over the fire, like, oh, we're gonna be fine. No, you're not. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Nicole Sears, how you doing this morning? I still appreciate your Surgeon General, Doctor General, head of the doctor thing, whatever's going on in Florida. I don't believe in the medical system at all, but it's funny. If you know enough doctors and nurses and medical professionals, this is not new. They've known this is bullshit for a long time, and they told us that. That their industry needed a complete remodeling. That they were professionals, but they're being treated like children. So they told us that a long time ago. I'm just glad that it really feels like, we're about to flip the script. We're about to hand the medical industry back to the medical professionals and take it from the billionaires and the psychopaths. So good morning, Nicole Sears out there in Florida. Safe. She slid right in. Where you came from? Montana, Tucky? Safe. She slid right into Florida in the safe spot. I didn't do no different. Shoot, Texas safe as hell, and where I'm at is big time safe. Ain't nobody out there. I love it. Me and the Coyotes. Hey, Heather Quinn. Good morning this morning. Hey, Gerard, you shaved. No need for an apology. Well, I don't like to put too much emotion out here. I'm not the emotional guy. Not when it comes out here. People come on here and they cry and they scream and yell and cuss. I try to limit that. I try to be a little more logical with my presentation. I'm not a cusser. I'm not emotional. So I'm apologizing, Heather, not because I said anything false. It's just because it's kind of really, my persona is more of a logical, even keel base. When people show up, I think that's what they want to see. That's, I'm trying to show y'all more of me, but less of that emotional side. So yeah, I did shave. I did shave. You got to get ready. Listen, because the problem, Heather, I'm 29 and I got some facial hairs is disagreeing with that, and they y'all need to go somewhere. No, no, oh y'all, we ain't in agreement. No, no, no. Like I look in the mirror every morning, Heather, and they like to pop out like, oh, whoa, 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 slow your roll, slow your roll. What y'all doing? I didn't say y'all could be here. We 29. Hey, hey, slow that down. Wrinkles? No, we ain't doing none of that. Hey, what the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all get the email? So, it's all gonna be shaved. Done, done. I'm done with all of it. Listen, if you don't agree with my reality, you got to go. Don't ever, Heather, be slow to kick people out your life. Like, no, you ain't with my life. You don't have my values. You're not on board with the team, but you want to be a part of the team resources. Oh no, you got to go. So I'm shaving all that stuff up. Hey, Monique, good morning. How you doing this morning? How are things? Hopefully well. Hopefully well. Hope everybody's doing good today. I'm gonna give another 2 minutes and I'm gonna tell y'all what I named this. I named thine live stream Kick Me. Because I'm tired of getting kicked. I'm tired of getting kicked. We got to talk about Norway and a few other things. I'm going to read something to y'all this morning. Hold on. I'm going to read something real quick. It's a good tweet. Real interesting tweet. Hello, Tony Rand. Good morning. Good morning. You look 19 now, even though you're 29 since your shade. Thank you. I'm aiming for 9, Tony. Tony, if I can get 9, if I can get 9 and still get me some, I get 9. Well, that's weird. Yeah, I guess you got that women pedophilia. They got that thing going on just like the men do. So that's a little weird, a little weird. But no, I just, I'm living my reality, Tony. Listen, part of me is 9. Part of me runs and plays all day like it's 9. The other part of me act like it's 99. Other parts are 29. But we got to be in sync in that. age is a cult and it means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't want to be a part of that cult anymore. I don't want to manifest illness and disease and wrinkles and gray hairs with the rest of the ignorant people that don't understand that they're gods. That's what it is, you know. So there we go. All right, we ready to go. We ready to go. No water. What's that? No water on grease fire. Yeah, yeah. You're supposed to be, well, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're like, oh, get the water. And they're throwing water on the grease fire. We're gonna put it out. No, that's exactly what Big Farmer wants you to do. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna let these people, got some people next to me. I'm gonna let them get out their car real quick because I get a little loud. I get excited. I'm not trying to scare people. Good morning, Sandra. How you doing this morning? I be snapping, Tony. You ain't got to tell nobody that. You ain't got to tell nobody. Yeah, I know. We know. I know. Cuss Church ain't playing. I know. Everybody's got their own reality. I'm fine with everybody's reality. You know, you got to live your way. Yeah, I see some folks this days up there in age. They don't know they're 29. They think they about 97. I'm not trying to scare them with anything. So anyway, good morning, Norma. How you doing? You look like Magic Johnson. That's racist, Norma Jones. That's racist. I know you're Mexican, but it's still racist. I know, you know, because you black people, we don't all look. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's a lie, because I did say that, didn't I? We do. We look alike like a mother. We do. Oh my God, do we? And so do y'all. Everybody looks alike. That's the funny thing. I have a physical therapist friend. Normally talk about there are only so many muscles in the human face. We all look alike, like whether you want to or not, right? You know, if you got the same color, a few nuances because the muscles here that makes this, that, y'all got that unibrow, something's happening, you look like everybody else did. The only difference is size and weight, you know, a little fat here, there makes you look a little different. But yeah, we all look alike. We're all family. We're supposed to. We are 7 billion family members all over this planet. We supposed to look alike. So I know, Nora. I look just like Magic Johnson. Yeah. And you look just like Tupac. Yeah. And you look just like Fred Sanford. Yeah, I know. Anyway, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I gotta read something. Let me read something. Hold on. I'm thinking. Good morning, everybody. Damn it. I knew I wouldn't be able to read it. I know. I'm technology challenged. Never mind. I'm trying to pull it up and I can't pull it up. Would Gerard try Viagra? I can't. Hold on. It's not coming up. No, because when you swipe the screen, it's supposed to do that and I can read the tweet. And I'm not going to be able to read the tweet because I can't make it swipe. So there you go. My screen is limp. My screen is I can't get it up. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna tell you the part I remember is I might make up some stuff. That's what I might do. But the tweet basically said Norway is done. It's Norway, right? Up there with them cold white folk. I think it's Norway. It's one of them cold white folk states. A cold white folk country. Norway. I think it's Norway. The Vikings. Yes. What'd they say? They say we're done with y'all. We're done. We ain't doing this no more. We're done. We realize that this is the flu. We're done. We're done. They recategorize your thing that you can't say starts with a C word. They recategorize it flu. That's it. Done. We ain't doing this no more. And a bunch of other northern cold white states have decided. I'm sorry. That's funny to me. Everything's funny to me, kind of. That they're not doing. There's no more restrictions. They're done. Done. Belfast and a few others that I can't remember because I can't get it up, so I can't show y'all. And I'm not convinced Viagra on a cell phone will work, so I'm not gonna get it up. So what happened to the rest of us? Let's talk science for a minute. So what happened to the rest of us? Some of y'all know the tweet I'm talking about, so you can share it. The rest of us is just like, hold on, I prepared what are those things called where the teacher shows you things in class? And I'm not your teacher, but I prepared visuals. I think, is it called visuals? Or is that pornography? I'm not sure what it's called. It's called something. I prepared things for the class to look at to demonstrate how stupid we are. So you got all these countries that are deciding not doing no more. All these states like mine. God bless the state of sweetheart of Texas. Is that our song? Y'all gotta tell me the Texas song because I don't know the Texas song. It might be "Damn It," "Redneck Moonshine," "Jump, Scream, Yell, Hell." We got a song. We got a song in Texas. I just don't know what it is. Ain't nobody teach it to me. They ain't give me no lasso neither. They ain't give me no boots. They ain't give me nothing yet. I'm working on that. And the Sweetheart of Texas. Isn't that it? Sweetheart of Texas? Something like that. Something in the Sweetheart of Texas with some beans and something. I know it is. And so So these are called control groups, right? These are called control groups. So so if you have people that ain't going along with your thing and they said, no, it ain't a plague, it's a flu. That's all. It's a junk flu. You know, and a lot of us knew that a long time ago, right? It's a junk food. People who have junk food addiction don't like to resolve junk food addiction. All right. They like to blame other people for their problems. So, but the side effect of not being an adult, of actually reading science and understanding what a control group and realizing what they're doing, that they've always sold poison and snake oil as medicine, but it's always been poison and snake oil. And a brother did check me on that this morning. Because y'all know snake oil is medicinal. It is. And poison, a lot of them is medicinal too, in the right application and the right percentage at the right time with the right person, you know. But everything is poison to someone given at the wrong time, the wrong percentage. And so that's all they did, is they sold poison as snake oil. We're gonna go with that. And so, but I'm in a place in a country which, I'm big time in league. I am in league with secession. I am 100% in league with federalization, right? You know, federating, decompartmentalizing everything that is dysfunctionally put together, centralized. I'm 100% for breaking apart big pharma, big medical, big everything, big tech. Break them apart like a big bag of thrift shop dishes. Yes, I was popping tags last night. Hell yeah, I was. I was popping tags. I got me a receiver. Y'all know what a receiver, amplifier, young people, y'all know what that is? I have speakers that I play music for the rattlesnakes because it keeps them out of my bed at nighttime and during the day. So anyway, everyone else is doing these things and like, yeah, all right, we didn't get it now. This is stupid. We're going to stop doing this. And here's my teacher thing. And this is us right here. Here we go. Right there. Y'all remember this? Back before they got rid of the bullies? Y'all remember this? Yes. We used to walk around school, and while the teacher was teaching, we'd make a little note, put a little piece of tape on the back of that joker, and you see Rob in the hallways. Hey, Rob, what's going on? You hit him on his back. Brother, how you been? Damn, where you going? Oh, I'm going to third period. You going to third period? Okay, yeah. And Rob is walking around the hallway, and he's trying to figure out that, and people keep kicking him. And they can't figure out why. I'm sorry, it doesn't work right. I like to use people in the audience. Annette just walking around, people just keep kicking it. Why y'all keep kicking me? Stop it. Big Pharma, why are you kicking me? Big Tech, why you keep kicking me? Damn it, big chemical companies and big donut companies and Krispy Kreme, why y'all keep kicking me? What the hell is going on? Because you're walking around with a sign, not on your forehead, but on your face, that tells them that you're scared, right? And this is the teaching for the morning. Not a teacher, but this is the teaching for the morning. If you walk around like you're scared, they're going to kick you. You hear what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? If you got a kick me sign on, if your children have a kick me sign on, that's not kick me. That's Emi Nikeka. Upside down. If you got that sign on, they're going to kick the hell out you. Big Pharma ain't got nothing else. That's what they're supposed to do. As long as we operate in fear, they're going to do what they're supposed to do, which is kick you. All right. This is why Big Pharma is injecting people with things that's turning cancer back on. Right? Turning off that T4 receptor, whatever it is, used to fight shingles and cancer and everything else, and people are getting cancers again. Why didn't they stop? It's obvious to anybody who can read and actually want to go out there and read. They're still forcing people to lose their jobs if they're going to be less than 100 employees, right? They still got restrictions. You still can't go in certain stores unless you got face diapers on, kick me signs. Fear, right? If you're scared, would a lion bite you? Hell yeah, the lion gonna bite you. Like, I'm looking at dogs right now because I got to get some dogs. I need a little help. My nose doesn't do what 29-year-old wolf noses do. So I need a dog to be able to smell at a distance for what's coming. I love living with predators, but you got to be smart about it. The predator, if they smell fear, they're going to eat you. It's what they're supposed to do. They don't have, it's instinctual. The purpose, their very existence is based on them eating things that are scared, hiding in the bush, whimpering, or are hurt, or are malnourished, or have diseases. They can't run as fast. The lion grabs the slow gazelle for a reason. And Big Pharma grabs the sick and disease, ignorant people that are still eating junk food like it's nutritional for a reason. And they walk around with their fear sign on. They got the kick me sign on, right? So it's just interesting that we live in a time where all these other countries are growing the hell up and maturing and realizing that, damn it, yeah, we got to stop poisoning our citizens. All right, we get it now. They're actually scared. Like, I don't think that they meant it to go this far. And it's a theory, my theory for the moment. It might change in 10 minutes. Go back and read some of the Agenda 2030 documentation, but or quiet weapons for silent wars. I think they realize they've been waging silent war on us for a long time through corporations, the politicians, the leaders. And they maybe they knew, some of them knew, some of them didn't know. But you basically turned off health for most people, and now people are sick. They did this maybe to make a few bucks, get some lobbyist checks, something like that. I don't know, flip the currency to a new reserve currency, something like that. But then they realize that, oh my God, these people are actually that scared, right? Because there are people who go along with it for the politics of it, right? It was a political game. This was a political strategy. I've said it before. And it's my belief system. That's how a lot of it started. But now it's out of control. And so now people wake up every morning, they feel that they're not safe from being kicked unless they go outside with a kick me sign. You see how that plays out? They feel that they're not safe from being kicked unless they got a kick me sign. And so they're injecting themselves with the thing that actually is causing the problem and making the variance. And they think that that's making them safer. But because they don't read, so the fear, such a powerful thing. And fear is not even that powerful. It's mass fear, And so I'm not even sure if logic can help that, y'all. Once again, I don't have the answers for it. I don't know the answers to the test. I just know this, that dumb people are going to die. I know that. Dumb people are going to die, and they're going to take other people with them. We got to stop being scared. We got to stop putting on kick me signs. It's time to no longer be kicked by big pharma, big chemical, big corporations who want the social credit scoring and the RFID chips and tracking and monitoring, and determining for you what medicine is. I don't let anybody determine for me what medicine is. Y'all know what my medicine is. No one knows about. I don't even know what my medicine is half the time. I know this. It almost is never synthetic drugs. Ain't ever. One of the funniest things to me is to watch people who eat organic, but they take Ovaltine. I don't understand that one. I don't understand how your brain works. I don't. But your brain is the best brains, delicious brains. I love me some brains. Okay, you are unique. Yes, you are. Unique enough to eat organic, right? But you take synthetic Ovaltines and put them in your body. You have no idea what's in them. To me, there's a conflict in interest in trying to be healthy, but taking something that's completely unnatural that defies health and nature. All right. Nature always wins in the end. Always does. But big pharma is required to kick you if you got a kick me sign. You know what I'm saying? Like the predator. And that was my point with the predator. The predator will die unless it goes after the weak. Big pharma will die, in which it needs to, unless it goes after the weak. So if your country, your state, your group walking around with a kick me sign on, they're going to kick you. They're required to kick you. Government, they need power. How do they get power? You go to scared people and you get them to agree to take the rights of other people, and government kicks them. Right? Take the kick me signs off, people. That's all. That's my message for the morning. I'm going to read comments and I'm out. Take the kick me signs off. The controlled groups are taking them off. Now it's time for you to. Now it's time to grow up. Now it's time to do the right thing for the next generation instead of what you need to do for you because you're scared and you don't know how to read. Or you do know how to read. You just don't want to read. A lot of things are coming. Like I talked about yesterday, and I won't get into details into that because I don't want to revisit that discussion. Try to keep it different. But bad things are coming. Some sort of physical something is going to happen. And That's probably unavoidable at this point. I think the only thing we can do is probably limit how bad it is. There's a good idea. I don't know. Eric July did a good talk on some liberal who's figuring it out. I don't know her name. I think I posted the video where she was saying, well, we need to have a United States 1, a United States 2, and a United States 3. This isn't working out anymore. And I agree. It's not working out. It's not working out. You got you need a conservative United States Incorporated. You need a liberal United States Incorporated, because they don't agree. I mean, their values are so far apart. Like real talk, you guys. I love the liberals. That's my family. Most of them is my family. I love the conservatives. I got a lot of them. Boy, actually, that's the weird part. Most of them is family too. They don't act like conservatives. They're in church every Sunday in Bible study, but they choose the liberal side for the political thing. But their values are too different. Then I don't know how that works. Because they don't read that Bible. That's why. But anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Their values are too different. Right? They don't value the same things. Right? I mean, you read whatever you want on Sunday, but Monday through Saturday, you got some different values. Right? These people hate each other. And I guess the liberals, for the moment, tend to be, not all of them, and certainly it doesn't exclude conservatives, because a whole bunch of them walk around with kick me signs on too, covering their noses up. They're just too different. They're too different. One feels that big pharma should control what everybody puts in their body, that nature is in control of medicine, that people in laboratories are, and they want everybody to have injections. And to me, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't, I like science. I want to see what's going to happen to y'all. United States 1 can be liberal United States, and y'all going, get all your shots. You do your communism and socialisms, and and own nothing and love it, as Klaus Schwab says, and I'm fine with that. I think they have a right to live the way that they choose. I'm real talk. I think that they do. And it's important for science just to sit back and watch and see what happens to them. I know what's going to happen, because it's what happened in Israel. It's what happened at Harvard University, right? Did y'all know that Harvard University was 80% of the people, or 85% of the students were all injected? And like 90-some% of the teachers, guess what happened to them? Same thing that happened to Israel, And this is why science is important, right? Harvard is all remote now. I believe I read that they're all remote. Why? Because they all did something really, really stupid. The vast majority did something really, really ignorant. And they're paying the price. But you can't lose every university. Thank God some universities didn't do that, right? And this is the benefit and the beauty of a federation, right? 50 nation states that all do things differently. They all have different belief systems, different values. Maybe they just got different science that they follow, different philosophies, and some of them will fail. Some of them will start a zombie apocalypse, which I'm convinced New York is on its way. If you're in New York, I love you to death, but you're going to need an axe, a pickaxe, some zombie spray, and know what a double tap is. All right. Some make it and some don't. Right. It's how the education system works. Right. You had some schools that were doing it this way. Other schools were doing it that way. This school failed. All the kids failed out, became druggies and moonshine runners. And the other school, them kids got smart. So, okay, well, let's do what she's doing. That teacher, that school marm is doing it that way. We're going to do more of that. Right. And that's how, you evolve in a federated environment. Everyone's doing something different. And it's just like humans being unique, but they do that in their life. And that's not working out so great. They smoke this thing called crack. They're smoking meth. And let's just see how this plays out, And the people y'all see the meth face with their face just start changing and the teeth start falling out and all kind of great jaundice stuff start happening. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm looking at the people eating the fruits and the vegetables. I'm thinking I want that future. I don't want a future where half of my nostril falls off. I don't think I want that. So we should break up. So there should be, but there should be 3 United States incorporated, if you ask me. There should be United States liberal, United States conservative, and United States anarchist. I'm going to be in the anarchist state. I'm an adult. I don't think that leaders need to tell me what to do no more. I'm done. I'm not going to be in the conservative or the liberal. Right? The liberals right some of the time. Conservatives tend to be right a little bit more right now. But that'll change. As soon as they're back in power, they're going to be more wrong than they're right, because that's just how that works. I believe in leave people alone. I think we were on the right direction, the founding fathers, when they created this nation, whereas look, hey, you do you, I do me, and keep the government small, right? We don't need a whole lot of leaders and politicians because we're adults. We can make decisions in our own lives, right? And going back to Plato, trusting, the knowledge from the past that these things always become oligarchies. Democracies always become oligarchies. And the only way to undo an oligarchy is through violent revolution. And this is a stupid cycle. So I'll be in the anarchical states of the United States Incorporated, where that's your business. That's not their business. You do you. As long as you ain't hurting anybody, we're fine with it. And that's how this country was designed until all of the fear started convincing people that, oh, I need to give the government, the kings and lords, more power, because I'm scared of those people. I'm scared of what they're doing and where it's going to go. I mean, that's it. That's it. I'm not going to go too far with it. I'm going to read comments and I'm going to go. It's just, when does this all end? It all ends when we take the kick me signs off. As long as you got that kick me sign on, that's called a face diaper. As long as you got that kick me sign on, that's distancing, right? Because that's a fear statement too. That is a fear statement that predators pick up on, like, oh, they're scared. Big pharma is not going to back down, nor is big government, until we stop telling them to come get us because we're prey. You know what I'm saying? All right, you look like Magic Johnson. Yeah, I'm pretty. Like I said, yeah, I sure do. I sure do. Hey, Erica. Hey, good morning, Marianne. Grand Rising. Did someone post a sign on your back that says "kick"? That was the beginning, Erica. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. In 2019. And they won't take it off. Actually, technically, Erica, the sign says "kick us," and they won't take it off. They were just walking around, So I went to Texas because they're taking it off in Texas. They're taking it off in other states too. But most of the states still got these "kick us" signs on, and they can't figure out why Big Pharma is kicking the hell out of them. But people are dying. All right. Good morning, Gigi. How you doing? You ain't get your profile back yet, huh? I had so many friends they can't use their original profile, right? Well, that's another one. It's not just that Big Pharma needs to be taken down, but big social media needs to come down too. Big media, let's say it right, because that social media is only a small part. Social media just tends to have a little more truth than the big billionaires media, but they all need to be broken apart. We need to secede from all of these dysfunctional conglomerates, right? Anything that is centralized and dysfunctional needs to be broken apart, right? And part of why we're here, part of why we got kick me signs on, part of the reason that probably millions of people died since 2019 is because of media, right? It's not demonizing them. It's just a system that's become dysfunctional, right? It's based in selling ads 24 hours a day for advertisers. You got commercials, and then you got the ads between the commercials called the program and the news. And that stuff doesn't offend their advertisers, right? So it's a system. We can blame CNN and NBC all we want. It's not going to change anything, right? The system is designed to tell you what they think you want to hear, which is what is in line with what their advertisers want you to know, and nothing that they don't want you to know. So that's got to get broken up. So I'm like, decentralize everything. When I say secede, I'm not talking about just the country. I'm talking about everything. Secede from everything that's become so centralized, it's dysfunctional. Japanese were dangerous to others and sent to camps. We realized this was wrong. Yep, and we're about to do it again, Jennifer. About to do it again. And that's a damn shame is, people don't learn from history. They don't know their history. They keep repeating it. You're looking pretty dang clean, G. Yeah, well, Sandra, I done told you, I ain't out here to struggle. People like, oh, you're moving to the desert. It's dirty in the desert. Yeah, but they got a thing called soap. It's dirty at first. It's not dirty now. When I first came out here, Sandra, I used to go into town and like, yeah, y'all ever seen Pigpen? Young people, y'all know who Pigpen is? I go to town, I go to Dollar, because Dollar General everywhere. If you ever been to West Texas, the grocery store, the hardware store, sometimes the gas station, the department, the mall is called Dollar General. And you got to get everything from there. So I go in there. When I first moved out here, I moved to a plot of dirt, right, with my tools and some ideas and some seeds. And I just know dust was just flying off of me everywhere I went. No, I got a shower now. I got a bathroom. I got buildings and structures. The greenhouse is going up. I'm planning the floor for the house and the upper loft of the first house I'm building, the Cobb house. I'm planning the sidewalks, right? The fencing is up for the most part. So no, I'm just going to get cleaner and cleaner. And it's going to be weird too, because it's going to be like, well, wait a minute. He moved off grid and he's supposed to be homesteading. And it's supposed to be tough. Isn't he supposed to be, broken fingernails and dirty and dirt just falling off of? No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not. I can do that for a moment while I'm building. Oh no, it's going to be clean shirts and cleanness pretty much from here on out. I'll have rough days where I got to do some stuff, but no, I'm not living off grid. I'm living in a new grid. Right? I'm building a new world with soap. Running water and automation and lots of free food and some yoga, meditation, happiness, all of that. I'm taking the best aspects of Rockefeller world because it actually isn't Rockefeller world, Sandra, as you know. I call it Rockefeller world, but it's not their world. We built this world. Right? The people on this live stream, Sandra and Tony, Jennifer, Gigi, Erica, Mary, Norma, they built this world. Sampton, they built Rockefeller world. They ain't Rockefeller world. These people built this world. Right. So we don't need to give them the world. We need to take our ideas and be like, F you and go, and that's my take on it. Right. I don't have an interest in slaving for these corporations anymore. I don't have an interest in their money and their debt and their abuse. Right? I don't need to go to a grocery store where the food is poison. Why would I do that? I'm old enough now. I should be teaching my children how to eat healthy. I don't want them to have the diseases my generation has. So I need to teach them to eat the food that their great great grandparents knew was food. And the only way you're going to get it fresh and clean is to grow it your damn self. The only way you're going to get that is to get a piece of land and grow it and show them. I got grandkids coming along eventually. I got one, but I'm going to have more. I think I'm going to have more. I think them boys, they just like their father. Oh, man. Isn't today boy day or something? Somebody posted, isn't today like it represents a Sunday or something? No, I got the greatest sons on the planet. Great sons on the planet. I don't know how the hell them kids came out of me. Because they didn't, Gerard. They came out of your wife. Yeah, I know my ex-wife. I know they came out of her. That's not the point. I don't know how I had a part of that. Because they smarter than her too. They ain't just smarter than me. They smarter than her too. Boys are geniuses. But I need to make sure I'm doing my part, my role. And they're at a point where they're all individuals and they kind of got their mind of their own. They're going in the direction of their own. I need to figure out what I need to do for their kids, the next generation, right? I did all I can for them. They'll come back, they got questions and stuff, come back, ask me. I'll tell you what I know, but they're going to resolve their own situations. But now I got to start preparing for what the world looks like, where it looks like it's headed, so that my grandkids and perhaps my kids can live free in times of increased slavery, right? In times of increasing poisoning the citizens, where most citizens are walking around with kick me signs. Because a kick me sign just doesn't apply to big pharma. The kick me sign, where's my kick me sign? I don't know. I love it. It's just so much fun. When bullies were allowed in school, is that upside down, Eddie? When bullies were allowed in school, we learned a lot. It's a good thing to have bullies in school. Not great, but good. I wouldn't say great. I've had to deal with them my entire life. But when you got that kick me sign, when there are predators in the hallway, you learn. Right? When you grow up in a time of increased safety, how much do the kids learn? I'm street smart because I went to a school where the kids had knives and guns and there were fights every single day. Shoot, there were fights with teachers. But we wear kick me signs in a lot of ways, right? People don't know that they're eating poisonous food, but they still want cheap food. So they keep going to McDonald's. Right? They keep going to Wendy's and Burger King. They keep eating glyphosate and pesticides and poison. They keep saying, kick me and kick me harder and make it cheaper, make it more delicious, put more sugar on it, put more sauces and seasonings so I can buy more of it. We wear kick me signs in a lot of ways. It's just not since 2019, in that analogy, but anyway, we built this world. It's not their world, Sandra. I've said it a million times. You've been here. It's not their world. We built the world. So I'm taking the best aspects of the world and the automation that I gave to these big corporations, and I'm taking it and build my own world with it. Norway, yes, they quit the blank cult. Yeah, they did. They said, we're done with the cult, Tony. They said, we done. They took their robes, they took the chickens, the chicken blood and the altars and all that stuff. Said, no, they gave that back to Big Pharma. We ain't doing this no more. We now understand that we've been poisoning our citizens with the other governments around the world that are lobbied to allow pesticide and chemical companies to do this to people. Right, the job of the food chemist, where they take compounds out of a strawberry and put it into French fries. And so you think that you're eating something delicious. Your body's getting endorphin responses because you're eating something that your body needs. Turns out it's just poison. So they walked away from the cult. They took the kick me sign off, and the rest of us need to do that. Norway lands on the Northern Lights. Is that why, Jennifer? I don't know. Yep, Norway said it's cold, like we knew from the very beginning, Marianne. The only thing I can't figure out, Marianne, is why some people are still holding on to it. That's the only thing I can't figure. I don't think these people are dumb. I don't think they are. I think they're scared of being wrong. That's where I'm. Oh, good Lord Jesus. Did y'all hear that? I did not. That was not a duck that time. No, that was not a duck. That's my stomach. I'm hungry. I got to eat. So this is going to come to an end shortly. I drink coffee in the morning. I eat breakfast when my body tells me to. I live the life. I believe in nature. When my body says it's hungry, I eat. When my body says it's thirsty, I drink. When my body says it wants bananas, I get bananas, right? We all have that piece of us that pregnant women have, right? Pregnant women are just more in tune with it, what your body needs, and it tells you what you need to eat. Pregnant woman, they got to be highly in tune with it because they're making a life. The rest of us, we're not really in tune with it. But listen to your body. Nature still works. Nature is not fake news. Nature still works. You don't have to defy it. You need to go with it. And those who are defying it, they're going to die, and it's going to hurt. But I can't figure out, Marianne, why some people are beholden to it, other than the fact that, they got a death wish, I guess. I guess they don't really care what happens to their children. It's a death cult, was what I posted a while ago. They're literally in a death cult, but it's good to see Norway walked away from it. Texas, Our Texas is the song. Is it Texas? Our Texas is the song. It's called Our Texas? Is it? Can we change it? That's stupid. I don't like that. I mean, I appreciate the idea that, the land belongs to the people, but that's stupid. You got to call a song something sexy about, freedom and love, leave everybody alone, grow some food, be in sync with nature. That's weird. I have to learn the song, but I don't know it yet. Is it called God Bless Texas? Or you're saying God bless? Yeah, God bless Texas and bring a little more rain. Ooh, look at that. The P word I can't say. Poison will be in children's arms by the end of October. Yep, in the beginning of November. And how does that make any sense, Ava Moon? How does that make any sense? I mean, these people are parents. They're parents. They're grandparents, great-grandparents. Maybe because they're just politicians and their job security requires that they keep passing laws is why they won't stop. And they're willing to let other people get hurt and other people's kids get hurt, but not theirs. Isn't that what just happened? They passed the mandate bill thing into a law, and there are almost 1 million people excluded from being saved. 1 million people. I was listening to a breakdown of it, and it's not just Congress. They don't have to save their own lives being injected by a thing that supposedly works. It's Congress, is the United States Postal Service, it's homeless people, it's all the staff of Congress, all their staffers and stuff. They don't want them falling. They don't want them getting blood clots and dying, but everybody else has to. Is anybody picking up on what the kings and lords have always done? They're doing now. Drink the water. Oh, it's delicious. The water is fresh. Do you mean the water at the well? Yeah, drink that water. The king come to town. The lords come to town. Meanwhile, they sent sentries to put a dead horse head in the water well overnight to poison the population because they don't have enough. Well, no, they always have enough rice to feed the people. They just don't want to feed the people. They always got enough money to take care. They just don't want to take care of the people, right? They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. right? And that's what they're told to by those who own the coffers, the banks, the people with the real money and power. You know what I'm saying? The king's like, oh, drink that water. Oh, the goodness, this remind me of Obama. Oh, I don't want to drink that Michigan water. Ain't nothing wrong with that water. But they won't drink it themselves. And that's what that's about. Right? They didn't pass that thing. And I think that's how it gets down, Ava, is that you have to look for the nuances and understanding that they actually don't believe in the words that are coming out their mouth. And I think that's a hint too. Survival of the fittest never stopped. They give us great hints for us to make great decisions. But a lot of people fail because they don't read between the cracks. Right? Survival of the fittest never stops. Survival of the smartest, survival of the cunning. And you realize that say, herd of buffalo and y'all heading for the cliff. They're chasing you. The cowboys is chasing you. Because they learned it from the Native Americans, get the buffalo to go over the cliff. But just when y'all get up to that, around that corner, you can't see because buffalo all in front. What the hell is going on? I can't even see Jethro and I can't see what you see the Native Americans stop on their horses on the side of the cliff. You see the cowboys stop, like, whoa, how come they stop going? And everybody else pushing and running, we buffalo heading for the cliff. How come they not coming? Because they don't believe in going over that cliff. That Native American knows if he goes over the cliff, he's going to die. The cowboy knows if he goes up, he's going to die. He doesn't want to die. He wants the buffalo to die. He wants the herd to go over the cliff. He ain't going over that damn cliff, right? If the king comes to town, say, oh, the water's safe and effective. Drink the water. Say, well, how about you try some first? And they don't want to drink it? The president of the United States don't want to drink the water? You should not be drinking that water. Or they swapped the water, right? Because then they swap it and they gave him the fresh, clean glass, the Evian. But the stuff coming out the tap is like brown and blue and green and stuff with little chunks in it. Playing these games. It's like glyphosate, right? Same damn thing, right? The CEO, or not the CEO, I think it was a contractor for Monsanto at the time. And they said, oh, yeah, because they were going around telling the farmers, oh, yeah, you can drink glyphosate. Oh, it's safe and effective. You ain't got to wear no equipment. Just go spray it on the field and people will eat it. It's delicious, man. It's like water, is what they told the farmers. And then the guy is interviewing them. Look it up. It's probably still out there. He said, oh, well, here, you drink it. Here, we just got a cup of glyphosate for you. Come around here. It was live on live TV, and they gave it to the guy. And he said, I ain't stupid. I ain't drinking that. Right. Because the proof is in the pudding. Right. If you're Congress and their staffers and homeless people and UPS and all of them decide they need to be exempt, it's because it's not what they say it is. If the industries that make those things, the corporations that actually make them says, oh, you can buy our product and we want you to, safe and effective, but you can't sue us. No, you can't do that. No, if it hurts you and kills you and gives your children a mental illness that will last their entire lifetime that starts with an A, oh, no, you can't sue us. No, you can't do that. Oh, it is safe and effective. And we believe in it. We stand behind our product until we don't stand behind our product. And when is that? All the time. Because nobody can sue them for the things that you are being mandated to go into you. And as they go, I'm not anti-Ovaltine. As they go, I think some might actually could have kind of worked. I think that's just me. Most of my friends like, nah, Gerard, we ain't going with you on that one. To me, it's just technology. It's like cars. Like anything, this is my analogy before. Like all cars aren't safe and effective. Okay. All cars are made by different car makers with different designs and different engineering. But as cars go, you got all the Ovaltine schedule that everybody's got. All their kids have got it in them. Nissan, Toyota, Ford and Chevrolet. You got all the different ones and all the different makers. And then you got this one. Everybody knows it takes a good 5 years to make a car. Get it tested, ride it on the railroad, take it off grid, run it, put that crash test dummy and crash it. Like it takes a long time to make a car that might be safe and effective. This car that they're mandating, to injecting people, they made this car in about 10 minutes. They done came in with like a little sheet of paper and napkin. Oh, put this with this and turn that and that. Oh, we ain't got no time for no testing. I ain't got no time for that. Put the wheels on it, smack an engine in it. Shut up. We don't need no paint. Just get it out there. Brakes. We don't need the seat belts. Come on, man. This is a car demic. We need to hurry up and get this in. As cars go, this is the most dangerous car they have ever made in that industry's life, ever in its existence. And you know, and it's not, and Ava, people don't, and you don't think there's something wrong with that? It's the most dangerous one with new technology that has never gone inside of a human being to turn off that T was a T4 receptor used in fighting cancer. Oh yeah, the car's fine. Get in the car. We're gonna force everybody. And then you got ignorant people who took it, who are fighting to give it to other people. Craziness. But you know what, Abe, I'm gonna move on to comments. But the biggest respect I have though is for the people who got it, realized that they jumped the gun and they made a mistake and they went too fast, too far. And now they're standing up and saying, no, we can't do this. Like I did it, y'all got me, but y'all not gonna get my friends. Right? That's love. To me, that's love. Oh, you got me, but now I ain't gonna let you get my kids. Oh, you got me. You tricked me. Yeah, you got that fear going. I was watching TV, the mirror neurons, my hypochondriacism cut in, and it was manufacturing symptoms. And I thought I got this, and so I rushed to get this thing. You got me. You tricked me. But I love my friends and my family, my countrymen too much to let you trick them too. I love my wife too much. I'm not gonna let you trick her too. I'm gonna tell the truth. And the truth is, you're a fraud. This car ain't bad. This car ain't ready for showtime. I done got in the car, turned the key, and the seat fell out. I was riding down the road and the damn roof fell off of the thing. Y'all done made this too quick. You didn't test this. Honest people, Ava. Honest people. I get fear. I do get that. And I get being tricked. I've been tricked. Everybody gets tricked. We all get tricked sometimes. But then to go along with a lie to help the people who tricked you and conned you and conning other people, to me, that's insanity. And it's going to end in a civil war. And that's not a great idea. What part of Texas are you in? Moving closer to my sister, soon near Dallas area. Oh, that's beautiful, Ava. But Dallas got too many people for me. And that's where them Ewings live. Y'all remember the Ewings? JR and them? No, that's too close. I don't want to be too close to JR and them. And I think Falcon Crest wasn't far from Dallas. So, no, Ava, so part of my strategy was, I need to retire. I want to retire in a beautiful place surrounded by beautiful people with a lot of freedom, not too many police, not too many government rules, raw laws and regulations, a lot of fresh, organic, vegan food, deliciousness. Well, I have some tilapia and some stuff for people to eat that are meat eaters, and there might be some meat around. But I wanted to stay away from people. I wanted to live in the freest state possible, and right now that is Texas. The state that most supports human rights is Texas. Florida is coming along strong, but mostly is Texas. I think North Dakota, South Dakota, they're pretty strong too, but they got that snow stuff. I don't like that too much. Oh, and Florida got the alligator problem. They ain't solved that yet, so we ain't. No, I can deal with the mountain lions because I'm not their food. I'm not on their food chain. The coyotes think I'm delicious, but I'm not on their food chain either. The scorpions and black widows, they don't like me too much, but they got their place. They stay in their place. I stay in mine. Alligators don't give two damns. They're just eating machines. We are all on their food chain, including our belt buckles and our boots and our hats. I seen a crocodile eat a tire. Okay. If you can chew up a tire, you can chew up my black butt. So no matter how much lotion I don't put on to stay ashy and dry. So no, Texas was the freest state I could find to let me live as a human being, to make sure I can build a place for my kids and grandkids to live free-ish. And the further from the cities, the better. I'm not convinced that this is over, Eva. I'm pretty sure that it's going to get worse. Not just because people are wearing the kick me signs. Well, no, yeah, because of the kick me sign. Because this sign, you know who looks for this too? Not just the industries and the massive corporations in Wall Street, but those that Wall Street hates, right? Those that Wall Street went to, burned up their farms and their lands and stole the minerals and resources. They call them terrorists, okay? Now you walking around with this sign on, and you work for the companies, and you know that stole the minerals and blew up their families and their farms, and you buy from the companies that stole the minerals for the small electronics, and they see this and they see what you're finally scared of, like, oh no, I'm not gonna do the accent. But they finally see that the only way to get your country is not through the military, not through violent action, but through disease, disease. What do you think they're going to do? I guarantee you, for every financial revenge and just don't like America, don't like the West reason, they've been cooking up bioweapons like you would not believe. I don't think it's over, Ava. I don't want to be around people, not people that eat donuts for breakfast, right? Because they cultivate disease. This is the junk food addictdemic. And I've been to Dallas a few times. They eat a whole lot of junk food like they do in Philadelphia. And when those things get released, and I'm convinced they probably already started releasing that nonsense, they're gonna take down this country. You know, all empires fall from within. But the enemy has to know how to exploit that weakness from within. Sometimes it's a Senate that will stab Caesar, and sometimes it's because the government's poisoning the people, and the people are too stupid to realize it. Quiet weapons for silent wars that their own United States Incorporated, which is not a government, it's a corporation, is making the people weak. And if you think the terrorists, China and other nations that want to be the top nation or just want America out their land, the United States Incorporated out their land, if you don't think that they're making something to release, I don't know. I'm just saying, to me, that's how the world works. It's how it's always worked. This empire is coming down. So yeah, no, I wanted to be out there. I'm not too far from El Paso. I love El Paso. Beautiful city, nice and clean. And I'm just far enough out of it in case they fall apart. Can't nobody find me. Long dirt road to get to me. A lot of places with nice outposts too. I posted the official Tejas song, Texas. Is that how you spell it, Ava? Is that how we're supposed to be spelling it? I didn't know there was an X in the middle of it. I mean, a J. All right. Big Pharma. Oh, that's what the link was. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Big Pharma. It's all crap. It's all crap. You can't see it on her thing. I can see the actual comment over here from Facebook. It's got the Dookie. She put the Dookie icon, right? Because that's what it is. It's doo-doo. It started off on the right steps, but now, oh no, that's not it. No, there's no fear. I hit the wrong one. I'm sorry. There you go. There go the Dookie. You can see it. There you go. Because Big Pharma is. It is. It is a system like any other system, and its design is what it will finally become. Its design is to sell chemicals. Its design is not to heal you, and they're just getting better and better and better at it. And so people are getting sicker and sicker and sicker. You might be living longer, but you are living sicker and sicker and sicker. Why? Because that's how they make money. It is that simple. It's just economics. It's not conspiracy. It's just economics. It's a bad system. The bad system will follow that bad system design. That's why it needs to be broken apart. No fear this time. No fear in that. Even though I know terrorists are coming through and doing what they need to do, I'm not scared of it. I'm going to live in a place where I know that I can live the life I need to. But at the end of the day, if something invisible in the air is going to kill me, then it's going to kill me. It's my time to go. And this is where I think faith and spirituality door and say, "Hey, mountain lions, are you in there?" I don't do that. Don't live stupid, but be smart enough to look into what you do before you do it. Right? They say, "Oh, well, you got to get a face pamper and put it on your face." If you wear a no fear sign, where's my no fear sign? No, it's not no fear. It's kick me. I don't know where it went. Somebody stole it. All right. Put a cupcake over your nose. This is the cupcake. All right. This is, y'all know, the yellow orange cupcake. Yeah, I eat them on occasion because I eat enough smoothies where I can eat this and my body doesn't cultivate diseases that's going to kill grandma because I eat healthy. But you put that thing over your nose, like, oh, if you wear this, you won't get sick. You're supposed to research it. You're supposed to go, all right, well, hang on. The television said, honey, if we put cupcake things over our noses, we won't get sick. But before we do that, because it'll look really stupid, let's go research it. Let's go see if there's any research that television isn't telling us about. Right? The television that makes money on fear, right? Because they need you to tune in tomorrow so they can sell more advertisement. You go look it up and say, honey, yeah, well, it's a few studies that say that these things might kind of sort of work. But I ran into this study and they say apparently wearing the cupcake plastic doesn't even work in surgery in a highly pressurized room with surgeons wearing it. Now understand this, people, right? There's no such thing as, this is indicative information, right? These are indicative studies. There's no facts around it. Nature has no interest in the simplistic setup of the human brain where we need things to be simple. It's not simple. Nature is very complex. But when you read a study that shows you that what you believe is wrong, what you've been told is wrong, then if you want to live in reality, you shouldn't be doing it. Right? And so don't ever go along with TV signs. One, it's a waste of your time and mine. And speaking of wasting time, I had a 13% battery. So I just going to read comments of people I miss, and I'm going to get out of here. But it's time to take the kick me signs off. If you walk around in fear, then the predators that thrive on that fear will show up to eat you. It's just how that works. It's a requirement. They have to. All right. More like different wings, same chicken. Are you talking about the different wings of the same bird? Yeah, the Democrats and the Republicans, liberals and conservatives. They have very different values, but their leadership don't. Their leadership value money. And that's why they all go along with the money decision, right? But the people are so different now that we need to be in different countries. We literally need to have liberal states, conservative states, and have their own little federated governments. I just want to live in a place where you ain't got none of that. And the best example of that recently, Erica, was Donald Trump. Like they like to pretend like people are still playing politics like, oh, Trump is against the pharmaceutical industry. Like, no, Trump is for money. All right. Trump is a cowboy. He's kind of like Bush, right? He spoke from the cuff. He's not that well trained and speak a good oligarch. But at the end of the day, he loves money like all of them. He was raised to worship money. If you're a Trump supporter, bite your tongue for a minute and just think about it, right? He was raised to worship money. Money is his God. Money's always been his God. You know how I know? Because 2 Thessalonians does not exist. Ain't no such thing as 2 Thessalonians. Stop it. I love you to death, conservatives. Don't pretend like that man ain't been to church in his life. He never been. Nothing. He has not. Now, he might be trying to find Jesus. Don't get me wrong. He could be. Everybody could be. But he worships money. Always has. He was raised to. It's not his fault. He was raised to. So when this first happened and he said that, this is their latest hoax, he was right. He was absolutely right. But very soon after, they wrote him a big check. Or they wrote somebody a big check that's his friend. Or they wrote an industry a big check or businesses that he does business with that he needed to back down from the narrative of calling it a hoax. And he got on board. Right? So to me, I don't look at, how the thing started in terms of where their position is and what they really believe. I look at where it went. Operation Warp Speed, right? The Trump vaccine and all the Trump supporters, they would have got the Trump vaccine because they believe in more than the Biden vaccine, right? Took us out of the World Health Organization, put us in Gavi. Right. Money is making that decision. So, and this is what Erica's point. And this is the best example of it. Like, yeah, and don't get me wrong. Trump, he don't like Trump face. I love Trump. I love Biden too. But, neither one of them gets to decide for me. All right, there you go. That's it. Neither one of them decides for me because money makes the decisions for them. You can't. Trump alone is not going to defy Big Pharma. And Biden, who can barely put one foot in front of the other, ain't gonna defy no damn Big Pharma neither. All right. Ending this and finding human rights and human freedom, that's something we got to do. Presidents ain't gonna do that. They're not that stupid. Trump is not that dumb. And Biden can't think that long. They're not gonna do it. We have to do it. You want to end slavery? We got to do it. We got to be the Harriet Tubmans, which is good too. Because it would suck if we actually had to go to leaders to lead us to do the things that we know are right. Bringing down this industry is about getting rid of the kick me signs, right? Taking power from government is about getting rid of the kick me signs. Ending the slave plantation that's been running this planet for thousands of years is about getting rid of our various kick me signs and living in no fear. Stop telling corporations and billionaires and psychopathic families to kick you. All right. So I agree with that, Erica. I think we're talking about the same thing. And yeah, the left and the right, they're on the same bird, right? They're on the same, they're just two different heads of the same snake. And it's money and greed. Our political system is a legit pyramid scheme. These people are selected. They are. I don't, yeah, Ava, you know, presidents are selected. They're not elected. They might give people some choice of a small set of people that they know they can control, but it's not like a choice thing, right? Like, how stupid would the people who own this world be if they actually gave you a choice in who decides for the biggest military on the planet? They'd be dumb. And these people aren't dumb. They've been running this planet for thousands of years. They figure out who they can control, whether those people know it or not. Well, what do we have on Donald Trump? Oh, we got enough. Okay. What do we got on Joe Biden? Well, we ain't got nothing on him, but we really don't need nothing. So, all right. I'm sorry. That's a little mean. Hey, just tell them, chew bubble gum and walk, Joe. Pat on your head, chew bubble gum and walk. And you'll get the orange jello that you like. If not, you're going to get the green jello. And he'll do it. But they only put people up there they can't control. Right? Because that's crazy. Why would you put anyone in control of a true empire that has power? I mean, the president has some power. They're not the CEO of the corporation. They have some power. Their power is that microphone, and that's how Trump kind of snuck in, and he can say a few good things. JFK snuck in, said a few good things. I think Obama even said a few good things, right? But at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're paid to do, or they're just going to kill him. That's why JFK was taken out, right? It was a hit. They needed to prove to the world that we can take out the most powerful person in the most powerful position anytime we want. You will do what the industries tell you to do. And all other presidents have bowed ever since. All right. It reminds me of that interview from that guy from the USS Liberty, where he said, well, why didn't Johnson follow up and go after the men that took out Kennedy? Because men took him out. It wasn't a man, men. Industries and nations took them out. If you haven't watched Everything is a Rich Man's Trick, JFK to 9/11, you need to, and you understand how the world works. But the sailor interviewed said, well, because Johnson, who was behind Kennedy, literally just saw the most powerful man in the world get his head blown off, and nobody did anything. No CIA, secret security. I don't think they even had Homeland Security, FBI, police. Nobody did anything against the men that took him out. And the guy said, John, and it was the best perspective I heard from a sailor from the USS Liberty. He said, Johnson just saw the most powerful man in the world get his head blown off, and nobody did a damn thing about it. Johnson did everything he was told to do. So when the USS Liberty and all that stuff happened, he did the same thing he did when defending JFK. Didn't do a damn thing, and I'm not going to get into details into that because I came from a military family, and that's something that gets under my skin. The fact that the Liberty was being destroyed. See, I'm already getting pissed off, and the naval portions of the Air Force, they already have. I think there were F-4s en route to defend soldiers on the USS Liberty. I think CIA was on there too, NSA. There were a lot of civilians, military, Navy were on there. After it was being attacked by submarines, helicopters, and jets, and they couldn't sink it, dropping napalm on the top deck, trying to burn up the soldiers, and the ones they couldn't get would go down below, and they were coordinated attacks of napalm. And when they were burning the top decks, they would use torpedo attacks because they knew that they were going under below sea level in the ship. And Johnson said, turn those jets around, get them back. They were going to stand up for their own countrymen. They were going to stand up for their neighbors, their own military men. This is what I'm saying. Nations don't exist anymore. Nations haven't existed in a long time. It's just corporations and power, industries and power. And we're the fools that get played. So so I'm not, they're two wings of the same bird. They're two heads of the same snake. It doesn't mean they're insignificant. It just means that all the problems got to be fixed by us. All right, whatever you do, you are responsible for it. That's what I believe, Christine. You're an adult, make your own decisions. You don't need no leaders, no followers, no masters, no slaves. I am too close for comfort to New York. Heather, you need to go somewhere. New York is about the, if something physical happens, it's probably going to be in New York. Because when you tell people, I just love a good conversation with a brother. When you tell people they can't eat food and they can't feed their children, what do? They feed their children. Some people will leave, a lot won't. And you know you you want to be in a physical conflict, get between people and feeding their children, and you'll find out who humans really can be. Right? We evolved and we made it for a reason, because we developed these psychopathic abilities to do things that would just boggle your mind, curdle your blood, to survive and to feed our offspring. That's the danger about New York right now, is because who was the one? Somebody post that quote. Somebody famous said that JFK said it. He said, if you remove the ability for people to not revolt peacefully, but people to protest peacefully, you make violence a requirement. It's unavoidable. And that's what they're doing, because they want violence. I love how you talk about serious stuff and still laugh. I do too, Ava. You used to scare the hell out of me, but now it's like, nah, we're doing our thing. We're living life. You can't let them get you down. You can't. That's what they want, right, Ava? They want me to be scared. They want me to be worried. I'm not. I look at things and I say, oh, that's danger. I'm not going to be fearful of it, but that's danger. If I stay in Pennsylvania, I'm going to be in danger, and my kids are going to be in danger, and I'm supposed to know better. So I'm supposed to do things that they can't to make sure that they'll be okay. And I rolled to Texas, right? No scare, no running, no fear, no nothing. Just I see something bad, I'm gonna go the other way. Fear and danger are very different. But you got to laugh about it, right? They want you to be sad, you need to be happy. If they want you to jump, you need to duck. If the oligarchs want you to be injected, you know what you need to do: eat fruits and vegetables in a higher content. Don Quixote, who's that 14-year-old that sounds like you? What? I'm not even sure what y'all are talking about. All right, did I get a comment from everyone? Because I'm down to 8%, so I really got to go. My battery dictates how long my live stream goes. They hijacked a couple of generations, and now we have old, scared politicians. We do, and which is beautiful, because it means we got to stand up, and we got to stand up for each other. You'll find me in the neutral zone. I'm with you, Freeman Michaels. We're going to be right there together. We're going to be in neutral America, New America. Where, you know what, you do you, I do me, everybody lets everybody be. I have no interest in controlling anybody anymore, and I will never align with any group ever again who thinks they know how to run Michael's life better than Michael. The political spectrum is a false narrative to keep people from individualizing. Yep, decentralization of your mind, body. Yeah, amen. I mean, that's what they want. They're centralizing everything. That's that globalist push. They want this global power, and we now know that if they want everything to come together, it's time to take everything apart. Things work better federated anyway. You get a lot of different perspectives, people go different ways, and we can all determine what is the best way to go. No, it wasn't designed that way. They made a nation state after all. The wise said that was what it was founded on. But again, what did they say? Doesn't matter. Look at what they did. They continued. Okay, y'all debating about the beginnings of how it all began. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna get into that. I'll just simply say is all we can deal with is where we are. And where we are is, it looks like maybe it was designed to look a certain way in the beginning and end up here. But the system makes it very clear. And being a systems analyst, then that's where my mind, and that's kind of where I think Beaufont's head is also, because we're very similar in that way, which is, if the system gives you doo-doo in the end, and the system was designed to give you doo-doo. If the system just gets you a golden shower in the end, then that's probably what it was designed to do. If the system in the end gives you total slavery, the perfect slave plantation where people walk around with freedom passes, which is just basically artificial scarcity. I'm free to get food, but others aren't. And even using the system is you're basically, you might as well carry the whip for the masses, right? If we get there, then it probably was designed to go there, right? It's like government. Government is designed for power. It's never going to do the thing that takes power away from itself unless we force it. Corporations are designed to make money. They're just businesses. They don't give two damns about the human race, extinction, or anything else. They're a system. They are designed to make profit. They're not there to save grandma. They're not there to give you health. They're there just to make money. Period. End of discussion. Trust the system. And once you see what that system is not going the direction you want the human race to go, then you got to defy the system. Gerard and crew, good morning, Paul. Media, the beast we feed. Yeah, we got to stop feeding. And how we do that, Annette, is we stop looking at the entertaining stuff. We stop looking at the entertaining stuff. I'm back in comments. Stop looking at the entertaining stuff. If it's entertaining weather, turn it off. Stop looking at the pretty girl. Stop looking at the pretty guy. Go back to watching the boring fat guy on the news, or don't watch it at all. Just get the facts. Just get the facts. All right. Yes, Dollar General is everywhere in the South. It is. It's the Walmart. It is. It's the mall and the Walmart. Yes, you can live off grid with soap, Jasmine. You know that. All right. It's very easy to do, but you got to take it with you. Sherbert Stalker. Well, ain't nothing wrong with sherbet. Ain't nothing wrong with cupcakes, as long as you don't get sick. If you're getting sick, you need to stop eating that crap. That sherbet's a comorbidity, and so are cupcakes. Please do not cultivate the things that's going to kill your community. I bet you all know the tricks to keep the mice at bay, Gerard. Yeah, well, so to keep the mice at bay, Paul, you got to be clean. That's number one. If you see a mouse hole, cover it up. Because when the mice come, the snakes will come. That's just how nature works. Just like with the thinking that you can be injected with something synthetic and gain health. That's not how nature works. That wasn't a part of the ecosystem. If you keep the mouse away, the snakes will stay away. Keep the mouse away by being clean. Don't leave food around. Take that trash out. All right. Consumerism creates a lot of holidays. Son, daughter day is every freaking day. Oh, you are. Amen, Tiana. Every day. Every day is son and child day. Every day is Mother's Day and Daddy's Day. Every day, Black Day, White Day. Every day, Christian Day, Muslim Day. When we actually get there, great things going to happen. And every day is God Day, too, because I'm a God. I don't fit none in my identities. All right, let them make your own decisions, or let them make their own decisions. And if they aren't mirroring yours, it's they simple, or maybe it's that simple. I'm missing the discussion. I don't know if y'all are going back and forth. That was for me. But yeah, I mean, live and let live. Let people decide for them. You decide for you. War is brewing when you start thinking you can decide for other people. And where I'm at, Beaufont, I'm always against the people deciding for other people. So y'all trying to figure out who's going to be on what side in the Civil War. I'm going to be on the side of the people who are being told what to do. Period. That's it. Whether it's being told you got to stay a slave, is being told you need to carry a passport or you're going to be a slave. I'm always going to be on the side of people who just want, hey, leave us alone. I'll always be on the side of the underdog. Every single war that we have, physical, debate-wise, or otherwise. The shots turn off T cells. There you go. Guess what that means? And and put another way, Riz, it's reprogramming. They reprogram. But if y'all didn't watch that last Del Big Tree, y'all need to. That scientist said something very important. Very important for grandma, especially if you don't want grandma to get cancer back. Did you just step on a frog? Nope, that was my stomach, which reminds me again, I'm hungry. I gotta go. G-Man is off to eat a Sonic. Nah, Bert, I'm then close the Sonic. Nope. The branch COVIDian shut the Sonic down. Ain't no Sonic no more. These people aren't dumb. They are graphinated. Ooh, yes, the graphene. That was in the mask. The face diapers, right? If you don't want graphene in your lungs, if you don't want sarcoidosis, if you don't know what that is, you need to look it up. If you don't want a granulomatous formation in your lungs to kill you, then you should not be breathing in things that your body can't break down because they're not natural in the environment. All right, you guys, I got to go. I try to get a comment from everybody, but I'm in the dark. I might be able to see one more comment. I got a 5% battery. Fear has always been used to control us. Yes, it has, Victoria, which is why you can't have any fear at all. Ever, never, never, never. When someone shows up to you and they go, boogie, 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 boogie. It's 2019. Boogie, 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 boogie. Buy my products. The answer is no. Don't care what the product is. Boogie, 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 boogie. I need to inject you or you're going to get sick. No. Why? Because you said boogie, boogie first. Obviously. You tried to scare me. You didn't approach me with science and facts and data. You approached me with fear. And you approached me with every decision made in fear, as Victoria knows, is a bad decision. And the minute you try to include me in your bad decision because you got a failing industry and you got some products to sell that don't really work too well to begin with, and you want to rush and want to give it to me, the answer is no on the boogie. Why? Because if you got a boogie, there's droplets and you sneeze and the droplets come out, hit me or something. I don't know. I might die or something because you eat Twinkies for breakfast and ain't got an immune system. Okay? Avoid people with boogies, period. That's the message, the moral of the story. Take off the kick me sign and avoid people with the boogies. That's the